All right, so hello everyone, and we are back. So, we are out of union, okay? So, I be trying to let people know, I be trying to explain to people and be an example as to how these union works with your twin flames, because you can come into union. A lot of the times, when it comes to the twin flame journey, it's so exciting to get into union. Everybody thinks like, oh, there's a lot of benefits to being in union, but at the same time, um, union can last an hour, union can last a day, union can last for months. Okay, so I am currently out of union with my twin flame. So he is what you call a runner. Okay, so so he ran away. He ran away. So I'm about to do a reading because I want to see why he ran away. Um, when it gets too intense, when it's too much pressure applied, because when it comes to twin flames, it's about transparency and vulnerability. Okay, and one flame may not be able to handle the pressure of another to be able to keep up with another. Okay, and my thing is that a lot of my more evolved twin flames, I meet them over the on the internet. Okay, um usually the unevolved twin flames, I usually meet them in person, but I think I made a video explaining that. Now the thing is that what I have noticed is that there is an individual that usually comes into my life physically that is a twin flame, which then lets me know that sometime later on spiritually, I'm going to connect to a twin flame that's on a more advanced timeline than the individual that I met in person. Okay. He running. Where he think he going? Honey. He's scared of my demons. We all got demons. Don't be scared. So I'm just gonna do a reading. I want to see why he ran. So the thing is that when you have a runner, you don't chase him. How did I know I went into the shift today? Okay, so earlier this morning, it was like I woke up in somebody else's house. Okay, from the dog to my son to my son's father, it's like everybody's energy was different. Okay, which means that this individual, he's divine masculinity. So when you think about the masculine is the upper chakras. There are four upper chakras and there are three lower chakras. So the three lower chakras are going to represent divine feminine. Okay, so I went to the beach. There was four birds. Okay, my thing is there were four birds that were surrounding me. That never happens because birds don't never try to get close to you for real, unless you got some food. I didn't have any food, but it's like they kept walking around me and they kept spying on me. Okay, see, I was already in union, but I didn't know I was in union. All right, so let me see that, when it comes, it's three people and then it's a dog. Okay, so it's kind of like his energy is so big that his energy kind of took over my household. Okay, and he has really great energy. All right, I could even see it in my dog, because my dog is kind of like chill, calm. I spent some time alone because my son's father and my son, they went out to go school shopping. So I'm sitting here with the dog, and I mean, the dog is looking at me with this piercing look. His ears are pulled back, and the structure of his face, it looks different, and I'm just like, what's going on with you? My son's father, he looked different this morning. He woke up different this morning. Usually he's real combative and he's ready to argue all the time. But he was real reasonable today. I'm just like, what? Usually when I'm connected, I do experience, you know, um, my twin flames connected, but it's so exhausting. It's like it was so exhausting for the individuals in my past, my past twin flames, to keep up with my environment. Okay, so with this twin flame, it's kind of like he can keep it up and he can do more. Okay, his energy is booming. He got big energy. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why he ran, because I'm not chasing him. You never chase your twin flame. A part of me is kind of like, where the fuck do you think that you're going? Get your ass back here. Okay. Um, but I'm not gonna do that. So the thing is that this morning it was one way. It was what it was. This goddamn glare making this stream. You see this stream? Is it a stream? I don't know. Whatever. So I noticed the shift when I was still. When you're still and you're in a meditative state, you can pick up certain things that's going on within your twin flame's body. You can hear certain things that they're saying. Now, my thing is that I heard him talking about me. I think he was gossiping about me. Okay. And was it in a bad way? Mm. So, okay, so he's watching me and he was gossiping about me. So, okay. And the thing is that I could feel it. I could feel it. I could feel it in my heart. Like the shit that he was saying, it was real funny to him. It was real like exciting to him. You know, um, and then on top of that, I could pick up that there's a woman and she's trying to cloak her energy in my videos, because recently I took my I had told myself I was going to allow for my tarot course to be free, and a lot of my playlists I took them off of private. Okay, so this woman was playing in my energy, like watching my videos. She's watching my tarot videos. So I'm just like, you're not about to learn anything from me and be sitting up here trying to disrespect me. So that shit is done. Okay, it's going back on sale if you interested. So anyway, um, I don't think, now the woman that was doing that, she's not connected to him. This is an opposition, but I felt them at the same time because they're both opping against me. So this is another karmic twin flame. Okay. Now the thing is that when I say karmic twin flame, it's just a twin flame that's not as healed. He's just not as healed. Okay. Now the thing is that, I mean, a part of the purpose of these connections is to heal, but this is what happens when you have an individual that runs away. They get triggered. Okay. They get triggered for many different reasons. I mean, it could be insecurity, it could be regret. It's going to be something lower vibrational. Okay. So I think that he has a bit of a cruel side. Okay. I think he deals kind of with a lot of anxiety. But my thing is that I know a lot of what he has been through. Okay. So oh, I know a lot that he has been through in his life. So, I mean, he's my twin flame. So I'm going to display compassion for him. I am fully aware that individuals, I'm not their problem. You understand what I'm saying? Therefore, you see, hurt people hurt other people. You know what I'm saying? And as a healer, I cannot take that personal, especially when it comes to the twin flame connections. I understand in depth what this connection is, what it means. I honor these connections, which is why I am so knowledgeable and I am who I am. Okay? So, I mean, regardless of what he's going through and however he tries to treat me, it does not matter to me. Eventually, he'll come back. But as a twin flame, you never want to chase your twin flames. When you start chasing, it's overwhelming. You understand what I'm saying? You trigger them even more and you develop this paranoia in them. They start to, it's just too much. It's kind of like a dog, right? Dogs are very affectionate and very dependent. So, when your dog is always in your face, like my dog, he loves to be up under me all the time because I'm available. Everybody else kind of pushes him away. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always in the living room, out in the open. I really don't have no way to set my boundaries with him. So he's always up under me. But sometimes it's overwhelming when he's up under me because he's always scratching at me. He's always wanting me to rub him. He's always wanting me to, you know what I'm saying? And I notice that I'm more attracted to him and I'm more likely to love on him when he's not so in my face all the time. So it's the same thing when it comes to the twin flames, when it comes to the runner and the chaser. With you being a chaser, you're like that dog. So you're like that dog that that person is trying to get away from. So what you have to do is you have to let it go. You have to let it go and you have to move on. Okay? When they see that you're not chasing them, when they are ready, they will come back. There is something that you mirror to them that makes them uncomfortable, that triggers them. And that is why they run, out of fear. Okay? It's very common. Okay? It's very common. So we just gonna do a reading because I want to see, like, what's up. I like that energy. I like that energy, but see, you know, I'm not gonna since we are out of union, this is going to be the last video on the twin flames. Okay? And I'm going to actually be moving and working on another platform. So once again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a break. Just like with the last twin flame, I left social media. I left this channel for a little bit. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. Why do I need to do that? Because I need to heal and I need to recharge. Okay? Twin flame, with me being a more evolved twin flame, and then my higher goal, my higher soul's purpose is being unconditional. You know, I develop very unconditional and loving feelings towards these individuals immediately, not just in a romantic sense, but in a sense to where it's very universal, meaning that I have very tender, genuine, and real feelings and emotions for these individuals. It's not low vibrational. It's not controlling. It's not possession. What comes, let it come. What goes, let it go. When you love somebody, you let them go. If they want to go, let them go. But true to myself, it hurts me. And the reason why it hurts me is, well, that's more personal to me. Because I really value these connections. Because these connections, it's kind of like, these connections are out of this world. Ever since I started my twin flame journey, it's hard for me to really be able to connect with other people because it's very seldom. You know what I mean? But it's hard to connect because individuals, they can't go deep with me. They're not as authentic or transparent. Who I am is overwhelming to people. You see what I'm saying? So in these connections, I find that void of loneliness and misunderstanding being filled. So there is a lesson for me to learn as well. When I first experienced my twin flame and I made my video, then that was me letting you know, like, being real and confronting certain things about myself that I wasn't even aware of. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and do some reflection and do some inner work on myself and go in and heal myself and fill this void. Okay? So what are the messages? You see, people don't know love. People think that they know love, but they don't know love until love enters, until they experience it. And it can be overwhelming sometimes because you realize how much of a terrible person you really are. I went through the same thing. I understand what all my twin flames be going through. That's why I display so much compassion with them. You know, but I do have a twin flame that's consistently always trying to connect with me. So my connection with him is a little more real and raw to where, you know, it's like, God, it's almost like we're brother and sister sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're brother and sister. All right, we're gonna root one more time. I feel like, so my twin flame, he has power of influence. So he has been manipulating. It's like he's been manipulating the energy between us. I've seen it in my cards. Okay, to where he's attaching himself to me, but at the same time it's kind of like he's trying to trauma bond too. You know what I mean? So he's in love. He fell in love, but now that we fell in love and we are in union, we must rise. But it may be hard for him to rise. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to take this right now. And when I say you have to rise in love, meaning that when we're trauma bonding, it's toxic. You know, you don't have to spend so much time with bonding yourself with somebody, with bonding with somebody through the pain of the past or what you're going through. You know, my thing is that I'm a healer, so he could just easily just ask me to heal him. Okay. Now, there are other people involved. I kind of feel like there are two other people involved. And I kind of feel like he was trying to set me up. But it's more so he didn't know he was setting me up because of the two individuals that he's dealing with. As long as he has negative influences around him, we cannot be in union. Another thing about the twin flames, it's teaching you loyalty, it's teaching you to focus, it's teaching you what is most important. So it is helping you to skill discernment. Okay. So with this situation, him and his people are kind of like down bad. They're down real bad. Okay. So they're going to be going through some karma. And so that's why we have to get out of union. So I don't have to deal with his karma. So that's what I'm saying. He ran away. He doesn't know that I understand, but he's going to find out that I understand and that I know what happened and what went on. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure that he's feeling ashamed right now. And then on top of that, the truth of these two individuals around him is being exposed. And it's a betrayal. So he has to deal with that. If he needs my help, if he needs my assistance in healing him, he knows that I'm open to him. Okay? So give me the messages. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. I do believe that that is me. That is how he sees me. He sees me as somebody who is cold, okay? But he also sees me as somebody who is wise. So if he was dibbling and dabbling with energy manipulation, he wants to know what is on the inside. I have already given him that, okay? And it seems like the truth is what made him run. All right, so he has the Two of Swords. He has the Eight of Wands in reverse. He's blocked from me. He left me out in the cold. Okay, I believe it is for this woman. It could be a man, but I think it's a woman. Now, she's lined up with the Two of Swords. So this is somebody in his life that he needs to cut out, and he knows that he needs to cut out. But, I mean, he may be married to this person. You know what I'm saying? This could be somebody he's been with for a long time. This could be his mama. This could be his sister. This could be his daughter. Who knows? You understand what I'm saying? I think that it excited him in the beginning to do what he did. I kind of feel like I think he kind of wanted to humiliate me. But in my last video, secretly, I'm a masochist. So that is something that I actually enjoy. Because my thing is, I feel like I'm always misunderstood. People don't understand me. I would prefer not to have to expose such a personal aspect of myself, but this is spiritual purpose. And regardless of what message I give, I'm in union, I'm in harmony with God. So I am untouchable, you know, when I give out certain messages. So it doesn't matter what anybody does to me. It's kind of like a trap. It's a trap for them because God knows what they're up to. So I accept the calling of being the sacrifice. People are always trying to humble me, but people don't understand that I'm already humbled. When you are not something, you can't identify what it is. You can't discern it. You can't see it. God uses me to humble other people. And it's funny because people be trying to humble me. I'm already there. So you need to catch up. Okay? So, and look, the devil in reverse came out. It was all fun and games in the beginning with anticipating what the outcome would be and how everybody would feel. Everybody has learned something. And that is the point of these connections. Now, my thing is, okay, so when it comes to this woman, what are you trying to say to me? So are you saying he wants mind control so that he can mold me into who he wants me to be? So he thinks by humiliating me is going to do that. You don't respect women. You don't respect femininity. Any woman who gets with you, she's not safe with you. That's such a shame because you have such great energy. That's your feminine energy. Okay. So, that's why these situations are so, they're so unfortunate sometimes when things go left. When it comes to twin flames, I mean, it's intense and it's unpredictable. So you can fall in, like I be telling people, you can fall in love. It quickly goes from love to hate very quickly. I'm too evolved for that. I'm never going to hate any of my twin flames. I'm more so just hoping that you will be open for me to be able to help you and to teach you to grow and evolve. And if not, then you can continue to go on and live your life. I'm not going to judge you. I don't give a fuck. I've already gone through what the fuck I need to go through. I've already learned the shit that I need to learn. So what he has been doing, he has been using his power for evil, which means that he has been projecting. He is spiritually robbed. He's spiritually poor. Him and this woman. Why would he do that? Because he don't want nobody to see him. Well, you've been seen. So what are you gonna do? Because I'm kind of disappointed, but I mean, he done ran away, so, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I have to take my time out to take care of myself, you know. But his problem is that woman. So my thing is that he's going to be blocked from me. He's not going to be able to connect with me anymore until he makes the decision that he needs to make to get rid of that woman. But the thing is that he don't care about the spiritual. He don't care about the spirit because he's spiritually poor and she is too, which means they only care about appearances. They only care about money. You understand what I'm saying? That's the shit. You know, I am too humble for him. But he wanted to humiliate me. These types of situations make me appreciate who I am. And that's why I'm so strong and I love so much of myself. I have been through some shit, but it has built me. And every time that I have to go up against opposition and face adversity and face my fears, I always prevail. And I'm always proud of myself for doing so. and I appreciate and love myself even more. And that is divine femininity. All right, so we're going to end it there. Well, right now, this is masculine and feminine, because if I was in my feminine, I'd probably be snapping. We'll talk again.